Suppose we have A is to B is 4 is to 5 and A is to C is 6 is to 5. What is A is to B is to C? How would you combine two ratios? 4 is to 5 is to 6? No, it is not 4 is to 5 is to 6. To combine, we need to identify the unknown number which is common to the ratios. Now here A is the common number. Look at the values corresponding to A. It is 4 here and 6 here. Make the values of A same in both the ratios. Right? Now LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. So to make it 12, if you want to make 4 12, we'll have to multiply this whole thing by 3. Right? So this will become 12 is to 15. Similarly, if you want to make the 6 12, we'll have to multiply by 2. But you can't multiply 6 alone. You'll have to multiply this whole thing by 2. So it becomes 12 is to 10. Right? Now A is to B is to C. So I'll just write below this. Corresponding to A, we have got number 12. In that case, when A is 12, B is 15 from here. So we write 15 in place of B. And corresponding to A 12, C should be 10. So this is the final ratio. 12 is to 15 is to 10. Be very careful here. I'll repeat. Identify the quantity which is common. Make the numbers corresponding to that quantity, the common quantity, equal by taking LCM and by multiplying. So you can see that different ratios are being multiplied by different numbers. Right? Let's take another one. If we have B is to C is 3 is to 4 and C is to A is 5 is to 8. So here C and C are common, and for the numbers for C the numbers are 4 and 5. So make them equal. Now LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. So you want to make this to 20. It will become, I'll write above this. So 4 5s are is 20. So 3 5s are 15. So I'll remove this. Then similarly, if you want to make this 5 equal to 20, multiply by 4. So 8 multiplied by 4, 32. So remove this. So the final answer A is to B is to C will be equal to. Write the common number first, C. C ke liye, the value that we have got is 20. Now when C is 20, B has to be 15. And when C is 20, A has to be 32. So the final answer is 32 is to 15 is to 20. Alright. Now in both these questions, suppose here A is to B was given, A is to C was given. So what would be B is to C? So B is to C, you can calculate it in two ways. One, you can find the combined ratio, and then from here you can calculate B is to C. Just simply remove it, simply take them out. That is 15 is to 10. But you can't leave 15 is to 10 like this because it will get simplified and this will become 3 is to 2. Right? This is one way. And the other way is multiply or divide these two in such a manner that A gets cancelled out. Because here we have A by B is equal to 12 by 15, 4 by 5. And A by C is 6 by 5. So simply divide. So if you divide A by B by A by C, A will get cancelled out. 4 by 5 by 6 by 5. Alright. So this 5 and 5 get cancelled, A and A get cancelled. So we get C by B is equal to 4 by 6, which is 2 by 3. So B is to C will be, so B by C will be 3 by 2. So whichever way you are comfortable with, you can calculate. I'll repeat. First method to calculate B is to C will be combine these two to get one single ratio and from there take B is to C. Okay. Or using these two ratios, either you multiply them or you divide them, making sure the non-required unknown goes out. So here we need only B and C, so we have to eliminate A. So you just divide. Similarly in this one, B is to C is given, C is to A is given. Which one is not given? A is to B? Okay, so if you want to calculate A is to B, write this as B by C equal to 3 by 4 and C by A was 5 by 8. Just by looking at them, if you want to eliminate C, what you will have to do? In this case, you divide it. Here you need to multiply. So B by C into C by A. That will become 3 by 4 into 5 by 8. So I'll just remember, the one that you do not need, eliminate it. So in this case, we wanted to find, the question was find A is to B. Okay. So remove C. And in this case, C can be removed by multiplication. So C gets cancelled and we get B by A equal to 15 divided by 32. Or A by B is 32 by 15. So the answer is 32 is to 15. This is one way. Or the other way is find the combined ratio and from there you can take out 32 is to 15. So this is how you can combine the ratio or you can separate from a combination of ratio. the ratio of surface areas of a cuboid is 3:4:5. Volume is 216,000 meter cube. Find ratio of sides or the edges. Now, what is a cuboid? We all know that cuboid is a 3D figure like this. So we have L, B and H. When you say surface area, there are 6 surfaces. But when you calculate the surface area values, there will be 3 values. Let's say, for example, this top area, this is L, this is B. So the top area will be L into B. This side area will be B into H. And this front area will be L into H. Now the bottom area will also be L into B. The back area, which we can't see, is also L into H. And a surface parallel to this surface on the back of this will also be B into H. So there will be 6 surfaces, but the value of surface areas will be only 3. And the values are L into B, L into H and B into H. Alright, just check them. So the question is find the ratio of sides. So what we have to find is L is to B is to H. The order is not important, so don't worry about it. You can just write them in increasing order, decreasing order. Now what to do? Now there are many ways to do this, but yeah, actually this is a diversion, okay, to make you fool, right? So don't fall for it. We will just use this combination thing or separation thing rather. What is given? It says ratio of surface areas. That means ratio of LB is to LH is to BH. That is given 3:4:5. Alright. From here we have to find L is to B is to H. Just separate them. For example, if you take 2 of them, so LB is to LH. That is 3:4. From here L gets cancelled out and we get B is to H equal to 3:4. Alright. Similarly, if you take these 2, what will happen? LH is to BH. That is 4:5. H gets cancelled out, we get L is to B equal to 4:5. Wow. So now we have these 2 ratios, combine them. Which one is the common quantity? B. What are the numbers for B? 3 and 5. Now LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So make this 15, this will become 20. Make this 15, 5 3s are 15, so 4 3s are 12. So L is to B is to H will be, now see, which one is common? B, and for B we have taken 15. Now when B is 15, H has to be 20. And when B is 15, L has to be 12. So the answer is 12 is to 15 is to 20. Or 20 is to 15 is to 12, don't worry. Option में there will be only one of them. So this is one way of doing it. Volume was just camouflage, which you should avoid in this case, not necessary. See, understand, we are not asking the values of length, breadth and height. We just want the ratio of length, breadth and height. Okay? Now, from here only, there is one more way of doing this. I'll write this again. LB is to LH is to BH. Is 3:4:5. Now, we have just done a property that if we multiply or divide by the same number to all the components on one side, there is no change on the other side. Okay? So, divide each one of these 3 numbers by LBH. Again, you don't need to use the value of LBH. Volume is LBH, that is given. You don't need to use the value, just LBH expression. The other side will remain 3:4:5. Now here you see, LB by LBH will become 1 by H. LH by LBH will become 1 by B. And BH by LBH will become 1 by L. And that is 3:4:5. From here, what we need to do is just invert this. So if you invert this, and we are inverting each one of them, so it becomes H is to B is to L. The other side will get inverted, will become 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 is to 1 by 5. You don't leave it like this. You simplify. So LCM of denominator 3, 4 and 5, that is 60. Multiply by 16 each one of them. So you get H is to B is to L as 16 to 1 by 3, 20. 16 to 1 by 4, 15. 16 to 1 by 5 is 12. Or if you want to write in this order, just check the options. In the option you will have only numbers, right? So it doesn't matter whether it is L first or H first. Okay, so this is how you need to do these questions. Alright, it's a question of actually division. It just came to my mind. Rupees 75,000 are divided among A, B and C such that A gets half of amounts of B and C together. B and C together. Okay. B gets 1/4 of amounts of A and C together. Find their individual shares. Individual shares. Just consider the amount of A as A, amount of B as B, amount of C as C. So the first equation that we get is A plus B plus C is equal to 75,000. Now second equation, A gets half of the amounts of B and C together. So whatever B and C get, half of that is equal to A. So instead of making an equation, just do one thing. Bring 2 on this side. So 2A is equal to B plus C. Now in this equation, in place of B plus C, write 2A. So it will become A plus 2A, right? And that is 75,000. So 3A is 75,000. So A's share is 25,000 rupees. So very simply we can find A. Alright. Then second, B gets 1/4 of the amounts of A and C together. Alright. So I'll write this as B equal to A plus C by 4. And we still have A plus B plus C equal to 75,000. Now from here we get 4B is equal to A plus C. Right? Now see, in place of A plus C, write 4B. So we will get A plus C will become 4B. So 4B plus B, that is equal to 75,000. So we have 5B equal to 75,000. Right? So B is equal to 15,000 rupees. Now we have got A and B, so automatically C you can get by subtracting these values from 75,000. Now 15,000 plus 25,000, that is 40,000. So it is 35,000, the remaining 35,000. You can also find the ratio of ABC, and that will be equal to 25,000 is to 15,000 is to 35,000. That will become, I'll write this as 25,000 is to 15,000 is to 35,000. Now zeros will get cancelled and 5, it will also get cancelled by 5. So 5 is to 3 is to 7. This would be the required ratio. So these are some good basic questions related to ratios and their properties. Right now,